You are locked into the Break Time Show with Dara and Bonike. It is 10:15 a.m. on the clock, and right now we are talking about staying organized and managing school-related stress as a family here on Women's Nest. Ever had those chaotic mornings whereby it just seems like everybody's in a hurry, like mommy is like hopping on one foot trying to wear her heels while daddy is trying to knot his tie quickly, and the kids are just they're rushing their cereal for breakfast, and everybody's trying to get into the car at the same time to make sure that all the drop-offs happen on time, or the bus is already downstairs ping 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 and somebody is just running out of the bathroom. And this is a personal experience, by the way. Like, the bus was already outside honey, and me, I'm just running out of the bathroom in my towel like, don't go, don't let them leave me, wait for me. Yes, mornings can be very crazy sometimes, and more often than not is those mornings that you forget a homework at home. You now have to start explaining to your teacher, so ma, like, I actually did the assignment though, but things were happening, and they'll still flog your bum because to them that's zero, you did not do the assignment. But organization can be the one thing that prevents such mornings like that from happening, and it all starts with creating a family routine. Mornings and evenings, especially in the mornings, you know what time you need to be out of the house, so you can calculate properly what time you need to wake up. If you're going to eat in the morning, you factor that into it, calculate your time appropriately. Whether you've prepped the food the night before, or it's something quick and easy like cereal that you can just put your milk, your cereal, sugar, your water, and you're good to go. Eat it quickly. Factor everything into your planning of your morning and your evening routine for your family. When you have these routines, it reduces the stress, it reduces the chaos that comes with disorganization for both the kids and the parents. For example, one thing that my mom will always make us do is the night before, your uniform, the shirts, your skirts, your socks will be in your shoe will be under your uniform where it's hanging on the wardrobe, your tie will be there, everything will be there. Your bag will have been packed, you put it beside the door of your room, just so that when you wake up in the morning, once you've had your bath, it's a beeline. You're going to the cupboard, creaming your body. Beside the cupboard, your uniform is there, you're wearing your uniform. As you're leaving the room, your bag is by the door, you pick up your bag, you go outside. Everything goes like smoothly or as effortlessly as you can do it, so that there is less chaos, there's less stress. You prepare your lunch the day before, so that in the morning, you're just packing it, microwaving it, or heating it up on the pot, putting it inside the lunch boxes. Everybody's going out of the house, not the one where you're now saying, hey, I need to I should have made noodles. I should have. There's no time for that in the morning. Everybody will be stressed up. And make sure also, evening routine, you go to bed on time. If you don't want to wake up tired and groggy and whatever, you go to bed on time so you can wake up on time, and you will have had, good enough amount of sleep that you get well rested. And by the time you're consistent with your morning and evening routines, by the time you wake up, it's automated. It's like clockwork. You know exactly what to do per second, per minute, per hour. And your day just becomes more effortless, honestly. And there's so many ways that as a family, you can organize yourself.
Yeah, and we're talking about this earlier during the course of this topic. I think it was on Tuesday, and we said, prepping the night before, and that was one of the points that we talked about. So prepping the night before really helps, and you use simple organization tools like a family calendar, so we're supposed to do this, we're supposed to submit this project at school on this day, and you put it on the fridge.
This is the assignment, this is the test.
And the deadlines and the homework and the activities that, school events and all the things that you need to do. And it also helps the parents and the children as well, because the parents can schedule their time appropriately. If they have like a meeting and they also have PTA meeting at school, they know when to do what and when not to do what. And another thing is a designated school corner at home where they put like their bags and their shoes, and so they don't just toss everything everywhere and everything is everywhere. Everything is organized. And you also have to encourage your children to check their own checklists with the teachers, responsible with them. So they're not all over the place. So everything is organized as it should be.
Yeah, and we're going to play some music. And when we come back, we'll learn more about how to manage stress together as a family. Heavy on the family, okay? I've got Marshmallow with Numb right here on the Break Time Show with Dara and Bonike. Let's have fun. You are locked into the Break Time Show. Right now, we are on Women's Nest and we have been talking about staying organized and managing school stress together as a family. We already talked about the importance of creating a family routine, whether it's a morning routine or an evening routine, depending on how your schedule as a family goes. And also, we learned how to use simple organizational tools. You could have a digital calendar or a physical one where you stick it up on the wall. You can buy like a whiteboard where everybody writes out, oh, daddy will put his own here, mom will put his own here, their duties for the day, the to-do list. It's a great way for each individual to keep track of what they have to do. It's also a great way for other members of the household to help the other person be accountable to all the things that they have set out to do in that particular day. So you have an assignment or a project, you write it there. I need to do this one by this day. This is what I need. It will help the whole family to come together to help every individual achieve their goals that they have set. Now, when it comes to managing stress, one of the best ways to do so is to ensure that there's open communication between every member of the family, from daddy to child, okay? Don't be stressed out on work and then you not be giving everybody attitude in the house. They'll say, daddy, today at school. You just frown. Go and sit down somewhere, daddy. Communicate. That's the only way your child will know that you are stressed. That way, they will not, because if you do it that way, it won't register in their minds that, oh, daddy hates me. It will be daddy is stressed right now. Let me give daddy some space because daddy is not always like this. Instead, you are frowning. My friend, you're always watching TV. You now take your aggression out on them. They will start thinking, now, wow, daddy's always shouting at everybody every time. Kinika. They will think that's how you are, as opposed to understanding that you are just stressed in this moment. Same thing for mommy. Same thing for children. So ensure that there's open conversation about pressures, whether it's pressure from work, pressure from school, homework, test, whatever it is. Friendship stress, because being a human being is not easy. Let's not lie, let's not steal. Sometimes relating with other people can be quite stressful. Also, teach stress relief strategies. And this is where parents, you come in a lot, because children, we have established, will do what they see you doing. So when you're stressed out, how you react is what they are going to copy when they are stressed out. So if you are the shouting at everybody type when you're stressed out, later you'll not be wondering that, what's wrong with this child? Slamming doors, talking back at me anyhow. That's exactly what you did when you were stressed out, and they copied you. So if you want them to handle stress better, you have to model the best ways to handle stress. For example, breathing exercises. We've talked about managing stress on this show multiple times. So take a short break. If work is stressing you out, leave work for like 5-10 minutes. Go outside, look at the sky, look at the birds, look at the flower, touch grass, breathe in, breathe out. Remember that you are a human being and you are alive. And even though you are stressed now, this is not the end of the world. So just, model stress relief strategies that are healthy for the children. It will also help you too. And, we've said all about how you are what they are watching. So in everything you're doing, even down to how you handle responsibilities, they are going to learn it from you. If you want a child who is academically sound, who is serious with their school book, they need to not see you watching TV 24/7. It's that simple. You can't come home and you're watching TV 24/7 all through the weekend. It's TV you are watching. You now expect your child to become a studious individual. They've never seen you working. They've never seen you studious. All they see you do is watch TV. And they're going to think that's how, when I'm an adult, that's what I'm going to do too. I'm going to just sit down and watch TV 24/7. So you have to model a studious life for them to be able to copy it. That's the only way it's going to work. You can't beat them to become studious. You have to show them that this is how to be studious, and they would naturally follow in your footsteps. Now, when it comes to reducing stress, so many people find so many ways to do it. So I want to know for you, what is one thing your family does to make school mornings less stressful for you? Call us up 0700 00 1017 You can also hit us up on WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp number is 0908 I've got Justin Bieber right here on the Break Time Show with Dara and Bonike with Daisies.
It's Women's Nest Hour, and we're still having conversations about, managing stress and, staying organized and managing school-related stress as a family. It's not just the kids, it's the family. Everyone is doing everything together.
That's right. And we are going to be taking calls now. I asked you a question earlier. What's one thing that your family does to make school mornings less stressful? Personally, I already talked about something that my mom used to do when we were in secondary school, whereby she would make you lay out your uniform, lay out everything the night before. So in the morning, you are like up. Once you have your bath, you are picking up everything as needs to be picked up, and you are out of the house on the way to school so that you will not be late. And it was so funny because one thing I observed about school is that the people that lived the closest to school
We're always the
ones coming late. Maybe it was a psychological thing where they're like, oh, I'll get there. It's not just a 5 minutes walk from my house. And then they're late before they know it. So yeah, school bus people always came early or late, depending on, especially if you are short in this season. I'm so sorry because it's not going to be easy to navigate the road. And it's not even like a laughing thing. It's actually facts. There was someone who posted on social media where she had to be carried out of her house because the water was already reaching like her chest level. So if she had stayed there, God forbid, we don't know what could have happened because of how high the water already was. So like it's something that we really, really, really have a lot of variables affecting, when kids can come to school. So you have to be prepared for the worst because you could have prepped the day before and then you woke up and it was raining and your street was flooded. Now, imagine if you did not have a morning routine. Your entire day would just be scattered, both for people going to work and for the people going to school. Now, on the note of the flooding, honestly, this is me with an open call to the Lagos state government to please do something about this flood. The Ministry of Environment and Water Resources are the people in charge of flood prevention here in Lagos. And year again, the same things keep happening over and over again. And I'm just like, why? We know the rains are going to come, right? This is September. A lot of kids are just going back to school. Some of them probably were not able to make it to school yesterday or even this morning because their homes are flooded. Things are probably damaged, appliances, cars that have been completely submerged. Even school buses will not want to come and pick them up because who wants to drive their bus inside the flood so that the bus will pack up? You now start fixing engine. So like there's a lot and it something needs to be done about it. If you're not worried about yourself, please worry about the children. A lot of children are not as tall as I am, and those waters can completely cover them. So please, let's do something about this water flooding situation. Proper drainage, make sure the drainages are cleared. Let's stop sand filling places where the water is supposed to be. All these places you put are sand filling. That's where the water was supposed to stay. And if you cover all those places with sand, the water will find somewhere else. Water is very versatile and tenacious. It will always find a way somewhere. And man, I don't even know. Let's not get into all that because it stresses me out so much because most of the time you see, especially like young kids, you see them holding themselves arm to arm.
Oh my God.
Trying to find their way to school. And then when you now encounter these flood waters, you're like, how are they supposed to navigate themselves? It stresses me out. I don't know if it stresses you out, but it stresses me out. So I don't want to hear bad news. Like we already last week from the fire from Afriland, we're carrying so much pain already in this state. Let's prevent more from happening. And that starts with organization from the family unit to the government parastatal. Let's do so that things like rain that comes every year will not catch us by seemingly surprise. We fix things. We are organized, okay?